So the white would have represented feathers from like the Kauai. Those were used in Native Hawaiian times. And of course, the moa feathers or the chicken. So this is the same as it would have been done back in that time. I'm Rick San Nicolas, Kumahulu Nui, which means a master of ancient Hawaiian featherwork. The featherwork, I'm all self-taught. So most of the research I did were through older books. Then I would go to like the Bishop Museum and see pieces there. I went to the Honolulu Museum of Art. And so I put myself in a mindset about what would they have done in the past, knowing what they're working with as far as in ancient times and how they could have possibly done some of the things that they did that are so exact and precise with no scissors and, no rulers and no bendable rulers and no plates to make circles and all the stuff that we kind of use today. It's the most important art form in all of Hawaii, because it represented the elite. That's why the birds were so valued. And Hawaii has no precious stones, no precious metals. So that's become Hawaii's gem, is the featherwork. Making the net is such a big process, let alone capturing the birds and to get the feathers and then to build it. It took generations at some times. Of course, not native Hawaiian birds because they're all endangered and they're all protected, so we can only use what is close to it. Mostly the Chinese golden pheasant for the gold feathers, and the red feathers I'll use the Lady Amherst pheasant. I bring a lot of my work to the Hawaiian Islands as far as when I do exhibits or exhibitions and so forth, but for the most part I focus on teaching. And now under the cape you'll have a loose string that might loosen up for the previous one, so there's a chain reaction of all that too. So if this is tight here, this is because that knot is tight, that knot's tight. If this knot slipped, if it did, but there's no reason for them to slip, but if it does, it's still securing the one prior to it. I teach workshops on the feather capes, the helmets, for Hawaiians to learn that work before I take it abroad and do other work. And people are seeing it throughout the Hawaiian community and such too. So I think that part continues to motivate me to do more because I am Hawaiian. And if all those stories just die and go away, then no one's going to know where it came from. And then pretty soon it's just people working with feathers. Your black is going to be there. It's all going to all this is going to be covered. The tip of your feathers of this crescent's probably going to show here. You'll all that stuff is all going to cover up. We have to be able to make it to where people can use their mind and use their work as far as creativity in using the feathers, in a contemporary way. Because there's a lot of things that they can do from that. Then the story still lives from that. So I'm going to continue to do that as long as I can.